I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this video. I can just say it in advance. If you're watching this, then it is what it is. I just want to talk to myself on the fact that recently I've been, not even recently, but even probably for my whole life, I don't know, I've been taking a lot of things, if not all of them, for like granted. I haven't been really grateful for stuff, for people, even though like a year and a half ago about that, when I've started self-improvement, when I took it seriously, when I started my gratitude practice, I was doing it every single morning. I had, and I still have it somewhere, my gratitude journal, where I used to, write down things I'm grateful for, usually for the previous day, and I haven't been doing this for, I don't know, I stopped doing it consistently like half a year ago, I think, something like that, and I haven't done almost any notes there for like 4 months, I guess, something like that, 3, and another like feature of me or something is that usually when someone tells me, like, I don't know how to explain this, whenever I learn something new, there are of course moments when I think, yeah, it's cool, and I kind of excited to learn some more or something like that, but usually I just say, like, so what, like, yeah, this thing is now in my head and it's now like a fact or something, and yeah, so I haven't been really, I have been basically relating to the knowledge, to the facts. I haven't been grateful for those things, like, maybe ever, I don't know. But another thing is that, like, it's now December, so I guess 4 months ago or something, 4, 5, 6 months ago, I've started really getting into religion, and especially Christianity. Not that I wasn't interested in these topics before. I guess I started kind of researching spirituality, and kind of hypothesizing or something, just thinking, considering those stuff. I don't know, like 8, 9 months ago or something. But then I really got into religion, like I said, in Christianity, and I even had like a couple of videos on my channel, like Christian, like where I kind of, talk about God and other things, and yeah, and that really helped with, gratitude, with, because I was really thanking God, and I was praying, not that I was praying often, or, but then like sometime later I started praying really, and it really helped, and it was really warming, my heart and spirit, and helping with building peace and confidence in just in me and in the days, and but then I stopped. Like, I cannot say that I lost my faith. Cannot say that I lost my faith, but like 3 months ago, at the start of this like school year, at the start of this autumn, at the end of the summer, I kind of, had this some sort of existential crisis, and even though before that, whenever I had this, dread or something, whenever I had those questions and dark and negative emotions in my head, I used to, ask, God for help, and like go to Him and go to the Bible, and I found like peace and answers there, and it really helped, as I said. Then for some reasons I just stopped really trusting in those things, stopped trusting in those things, and I kind of, just wanted more. I just wanted more like real answers. That's how I kind of coped, not coped. That was my excuse. I just wanted more real answers, like physical, and chemical, and this material stuff, not spiritual answers. Even though they was, and they helped me more, and they were more reliable or something. For some reason, I just kept, turning my back on them. That's the thing, and so yeah, I was just searching for more answers, even though I knew that like millions of, like if not billions, like generations before, generations of philosophers and deep thinkers and scientists, they kept answering the same questions, like what's the meaning of life and all those things, and they haven't found any meaningful answer, except like there are some of them that you can admit and you can apply to your life, and they may be somewhat helpful, of course. But I know there is no defined and exact answer to all of that, except like God or something similar to it, religion and spirituality, something higher, okay, higher than us, higher than the science, higher than the consciousness, and all those things. I kept just, what's the word, defying, I guess, just this admitting those things. Again, even though I knew that there is no real answer in like literally sciences, and in astronomy and all those, like quantum physics, like no one knows, no one has a theory for everything, no one knows the answer why we are here, no one knows the like real answer for the what's the origin of life, and those type of things, but I kept searching, I kept reading Wikipedia articles on like different theories, different physical things, and can say it was not beneficial in some sort. It was definitely somewhat interesting, and still to this day it's kind of fun to read about some physical and chemical things and biology. But to this day, whenever I think about what I have done, like I cannot, like, it's a debate in my head, constant debate in my head on whether I did, like, whether I was right in what I did, like in kind of running away from God, okay. And most of the time I answer like, you probably was not right with that. You probably did not the most good thing. And I like don't know why I even did it, because it was really like, it's really what helped me to won the battle with lust, for instance. Like I really was battling it for quite a while, for like years, and it helped me, like religion, God, it all helped me with winning. It helped me with loneliness, okay, with my like some sort of aggression and other things. The fridge is just, it just became noisy. Helped me with building my inner peace, and I think peace is like peace, and this silence and stillness, this is really the basis of happiness, of like real joy, okay. So it all helped me like make my life better, basically. I felt better, my mental health was better, okay. Everything was better, okay. But another thing is that, another question I asked myself, was I right or wrong, is that because I got kind of too extreme, okay. you see, like in the Bible and in the book I read on Christianity, it said that like you have to be not I can't remember the word, but you kind of have to be extreme. You have to be perfect, not like how can you explain this? Like you have to be like your father, okay, like you heavenly, like God, okay, who is almighty, and you have to follow him and imitate him, imitate like this uh, imitate Christ, all those things, like being full for Christ. That was a thing I was kind of into, being a fool for Christ, which is an extreme, an extreme branch of religion, of Christianity. Um, Literally disobeying, oneself and obeying God fully and serving Him fully. Like I don't know, maybe that's my problem. That certainly might be my problem with everything. Like I sometimes, most of the times when I'm getting into some things, I usually get too extreme with them. Okay, and yeah, so maybe kind of, I don't know, brother. Maybe kind of balancing that spiritual life and everything. But the thing is, it's not even about what people was saying, and people was saying stuff to me like I'm too extreme, like what are you doing, maybe you're in a cult or something. And this was just, I maybe at the start of September I attempted, some sort of a fast. Not that it was not a spiritual religious fast or something. It was just me. I had a breakfast that day, but then for the rest of the day I was not really eating, and I felt good. Okay, and I was kind of researching that moment. Okay, that event of me not eating, how would it how it affected my productivity and ability to memorize things like throughout the day when I was learning and studying, sitting in my room. And when I said it to my mom that I haven't eaten anything that day, she went mad. Honestly, she just started screaming. She thought that I was in some sort of a cult and hurting myself. Like, and that's obvious that she was really ignorant, not only on me not being in a cult, of course, but on like science behind like intermediate fasting and other things. Like it's extremely beneficial, extremely beneficial. Of course, all of my relatives, like my older relatives, they say that it may be not good and you should eat like 3 times a day and all those stuff, and you should not not frame, but how do you say it? You should not discipline yourself in terms of not consuming much sugar and all of stuff. Like it's to us it sounds like bullshit. Like, let's be honest, to us it sounds like bullshit because we know, because of the science, that sugar is bad for you, that intermittent fasting is actually extremely beneficial for a lot of things in your life. And yeah, but I mean, and the point I'm trying to make is that it's not only about, like, even before this spiritual journey of mine, like when I started self-improvement and I was too extreme with some things, like with, again, not eating sugar, exercising, running in a bad weather, waking up early, going to bed early, like going to bed like 8 p.m., waking up at 6, 5, doing all those things, reading. Even though my mom, she saw like me not playing computer games anymore, and not eating stuff and waking up early every day, being disciplined, following my schedule, whatever, and she felt like probably good about it. Despite the fact, of course, like she sometimes thought I was too extreme. Maybe she was like, that's probably what we call like tests, okay? like the world tests you this way, the feminine energy, whatever, your women, they test you, everyone basically. It's like the world basically tests you every single time, every single day, every single second. Okay, will you be honest with yourself? Will you be like purposeful and something like that? So will you sacrifice like the social admission, social, like your social circle? Okay, social, not how is admission a word? I don't know, like people admitting you. I forgot another word for this, so let's be social admission or something. Like people understanding you because you're like too extreme, you're too focused on your goals and whatever. You will sacrifice this for like working on your purpose and, you know, doing what you think is right, delaying gratification so later it will just become like your financial freedom, your time freedom, your location freedom, and you will be able to set free like your parents, your loved ones. Like we need to sacrifice certain things, and maybe, and again, as I said, most of the times when I have this question in my head, and usually I have it every single day, like was I right with running away from God? And even though I freaking know that I cannot, you cannot run away from God, okay? You cannot hide Him. You know, there were people, my friend said, like, don't you think that you are hiding behind God? Like to run away from responsibilities, from like day-to-day problems. And, you know, I said to him that maybe it's even an option for me to like become a monk, to just serve God fully and all those things. And like he said that, yeah, maybe you're just hiding behind Him. There may be certain truth in that, but I don't really think so, even to this day, when I like don't really have that much belief. But still, even though like I don't have much belief, somewhere deep in my soul, in my heart, I still know that I did it, like it was not the most right decision I did. Okay, and kind of turning my back to this, to religion. Okay, it was not the best decision I have ever made. Like I don't know. I also have just watched like I don't remember the name of the podcast, but you know, you probably seen it. I think this video kind of blew up. Like Andrew Huberman on God, on his faith, something. I don't actually remember the title of the video, but it's something like that. Okay, it's like 13 minutes long, I guess. Yeah, whatever. And the way he talked about that he secretly, like he always prayed secretly his whole life almost, and he prays to this day, and that it works for him. Like it just kind of clicked again in me, like, yeah, the thing is, like, prayer works for me too. And I even know, like, there's this girl in my university group, so I don't really think that she's Christian or something, but that actually, I suppose she said it when she was quite, maybe a bit, but quite drunk, and this was at a birthday party. So she said, I don't know, but I actually I didn't expect she saying those stuff, talking about those things, like, but she started to talk about God and religion, like, do you believe in it and all those stuff. And she said that, like, yeah, I certainly believe that there is something above all of us, and that she says that whenever she prayed, it actually worked for her. And I kind of like was just sitting there and saying, yeah, like can't even describe what I felt the day. Like we the thing is, we can explain. We cannot explain a lot of stuff. We cannot explain a lot of stuff. Okay, and all those, like that's my problem too. There are a lot of those, ontological and like philosophical questions that have been asked, like that someone asked like thousands of years ago, not thousands, but like couple thousands years ago, let's say. And to this day, like there is no answer to this. There is just speculations and opinions, but there is no like real true answer. But and the thing is, do we really need to sit there and spend our energy, our like brain points, our mind capacity this way, like trying to find answers to these questions? And this me is like saying this, like I still to this day do this, like answer my trying to find answer to those metaphysical questions when I know, when I already like been religious, quite religious, and have been really into Christianity, and I tried all those to apply all those principles and rules and answers of Christianity to my life, and it really helped. And I kind of gained that peace that I've been searching for like quite a long time, and it really helped me and improved my mood and like just my feeling and my confidence in everything, and my ability to my like to be, again, I've started this video with the problem that we take everything for granted. My ability to be grateful for stuff, okay, my ability to spread kindness and love, to see my like sins, my like bad traits, and to find a way to solve to improve myself, okay, in other ways, in more spiritual ways. And when I started reading the Bible, I kind of got to a point where, and I have a video about this. Yeah, I think it's titled the greatest self-improvement book ever written, and like it was about the Bible. And that's the thing, like almost everything we talk about on self-improvement here, like on YouTube or wherever, in the books, in one way or another, is all in the Bible. Like I don't know why, I don't know how, but it's all there, like in one book. You can read this one book, it will give you like not only like those social benefits, like those whatever, it will improve your spirituality, like if you really get into it, if you will put your hope and trust into this book and into the like the God. And it helped me, but for some reason I just escaped it, and I'm just wandering around for like already 4 months, despite the fact that I already know how to solve all those wanderings and all those struggles and existential dread, whatever. So yeah. And another thing is that, like I started with this, we take everything for granted. And it's kind of connected to this spirituality topic, is that like you probably watch it on your phone, okay, if you have watched to this moment, or on your computer, like you have an access to the internet, you have a heat in your like house, you're probably living in a quite like nice apartment or house, like you have food in your fridge, you're going to school or to university, so your parents have money for it. You like, maybe you have a car, maybe you have a job, maybe you have like, I don't know, you're not just have a phone or something. You probably have an iPhone or something. You're like fancy headphones, watches, like those type clothes. Okay, you're waking up every morning, and you have a roof on your like above your head. You're safe. Like you probably have friends. You have means of entertaining yourself, and you just believe like it's always been there. Like, but there are like some people who are not able to wake up because they're like disabled or something. There are people who are not able to go to a gym, okay, because they don't have money, for instance. Like there are some people who doesn't have like parents and or friends or phone or connection to the internet, or they can't read, okay, or write, or any other things like that. They like we here we're freaking privileged with all those stuff. We communicate on the internet. We have our journals, we have our Notion apps and whatever. We have to stop taking it for granted. Like we have to be really, really humble and be really grateful for those stuff. Like that, the fact that like you woke up this morning, and you're gonna fall asleep this night, knowing that you're gonna wake up tomorrow. Like we have our vitamins, I don't know, supplements on our tables, like proteins, I don't know, whey protein in our closets, and going to a gym. Like we have to be really, really grateful that we are able to live that lifestyle. And then we're complaining, like we are making excuses, we are procrastinating. Like there are people who will literally give their life for like some food or water, clean water, or for the like warm house. So we need to be really, really grateful for those stuff. Like just take a moment and just think about how many things you have and how many of them like you take for granted. Like the lunch your mother made you, I don't know. Just go and hug your mother and say that you love her and thank her for like the food she makes for you every day. Okay, the pocket money she give you, that she is around, that you just spend some time in the day with her, with your mother, with your parents, with your cat, I don't know, dog, with your friends, with your loved one, like with your lover, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Like be really, really grateful and like share this gratitude to those people, say it to their faces, okay, and just spread kindness and love, not like hatred. Don't be angry, don't be annoyed, don't be irritated by people, don't be like mad with them, like with your mother or with your friends or with your like lover. Be extremely grateful for them. And like if you're like carrying on with the topic of religion, like pray for them. Pray for them. When I prayed for like I'm not gonna get into details of like the content of my prayers, but they helped. They really helped. They seemed to work, even when you ask, like even when you pray for other people, they seem to work. So if even like Andrew Huberman, you know, those scientists, famous people, and like me, just guy, like if we believe that it worked, like the prayer, doesn't it mean that there is something like more than just science? I don't know, something more than just facts and numbers. So yeah, that's I think it. I think I'm gonna upload it just for you to maybe, I don't know, for whatever reason. I'm just gonna upload it. Let's just get back. If you like me tried and try to this day to run away from God, if you have got into it, I don't know if you're like me, so you probably are in a similar situation. You just get back to Him, okay? Let's just get back to the people who love, and let's just be grateful for them, and just for the ability to sit there and talk and watch and listen to. So that's basically it, brother. I wish you all the best. Wish you all the best on your spiritual journey. If you're just starting, pray because it works. Don't be like me. Don't try to run away. Don't make excuses. Pray for the people who think you're wrong, who say that you're hiding from the problems with